Hello, this is Tyler Fuller from Exceptional. In this video, I'll be explaining how to create and manage retreats and reservations within VikEvents. Once you've logged into the Joomla control panel, click the Retreats Reservations link in the main menu at the top of the screen. This brings you to the main control panel screen of VikEvents. You'll notice a panel of navigation icons at the top of the screen, a section displaying the upcoming events in the lower left, and a section displaying recent reservations in the lower right. The only links in the navigation panel that you'll need to worry about are items, options, and reservations. Let's start by following the items link. This is the VikEvents item list. You can see a list of all events at the bottom. Clicking on any of these events will allow you to edit their details. New events can be created by clicking the green New button near the top. The first thing you'll notice when creating a new retreat is that there are quite a few settings that need to be considered throughout the form. Most of these are self-explanatory, and the ones that aren't usually have a blue information icon next to their name that you can hover over for more information. I'll take you through each group of settings and explain which are necessary and what they do. The Details section handles the text content, images, and location information that is visible on each of the retreat category pages and on the individual retreat information pages. The first image field and the short description handle the thumbnail image and description for each retreat listed on the retreat category pages. Image 2 and description control the banner image and full event information visible when selecting a retreat from a category list. Ideally, the second image should have a landscape orientation, but it isn't mandatory. You may need to select the Resize Image checkbox and limit the width of the image if you think it is taking up too much vertical space. It is also important to know that the short description will cut off text that exceeds 500 characters. The image group field is unnecessary and it can be disregarded. Finally, the location section handles the location name and where the location icon is placed on the interactive map. Any previously used item locations can be selected from the drop-down menu. The challenge in creating a new location will be finding the latitude and longitude coordinates for the cursor. I'll demonstrate a quick and easy method in a separate training video. The next section handles dates. The first three fields are mandatory. Begin date and end date set the duration of the event, and registration end date sets the day that the option to register for the retreat is moved from the website. If the registration start date isn't set, then the registration begins immediately. If for some reason you don't want to accept reservations immediately, you can defer it using this field. The Allow Day selection and multiple sessions in one day fields are only useful in certain niche scenarios and probably won't ever need to be utilized. The last field in the dates category is repetition, which might be useful if you have any retreats that repeat weekly or monthly. Next up is the pricing and availability section. The first two fields handle the maximum number of reservations available for any given event, as well as the base price for the event. Keep in mind that this price will be added to the total in addition to the cost of any pricing option set for the event. The multiple prices option can be ignored, as well as forfeit cost. The last field in the group is Stop Reservations. This field can be useful if for whatever reason you must stop incoming reservations but leave the retreat information visible on the website. The next field group is Categories and Maps. The only thing you'll need to do in this section is select the retreat category from the list. The final group of fields is Parameters. There are only two fields that need to be addressed in this section. Show Countdown needs to be set to Yes, and Credit Card needs to be selected from the individual methods of payment. The last step is to click the green Save button near the top of the screen, and then this stage of the event management process will be complete. Sometimes events need to have a list of options for clients to choose from. Start by clicking the Options link in the VikEvents navigation panel to reach the options list. This list contains all of the available options. These can be assigned to one or more retreats. Generally, they shouldn't need to be deleted unless the option becomes permanently unavailable. If the options required for any newly created item already exist, you'll need to enter each option individually and include the new event item in the Event Relations section at the bottom of the form. Otherwise, this will be done during the creation of a new option. The process for creating and editing options is much simpler than the item creation process. The first three fields set the option name, the option image, and the description. The next field sets the price. The cost per participant checkbox will multiply the options price by the number of participants, and the selectable quantity checkbox can be disregarded. If the option only has a limited availability, then don't forget to set the max quantity. The final step is to select all of the items that the option applies to, and your option is complete.